Very good morning to Dr. Hainul Nizam. Now we will present our title is Data Security Issue in Cloud Computing. Our group members have Heng Zhuang Cheng, Li Wei Chuan, Lim Yohan, Ang Wei Lun, and Wang Ai Hong. Now I will talking about the introduction. Cloud computing increases the capability of a system without investing new infrastructure, training a new personnel, and lesson of new software. For the SaaS software with the related data is deployed by a cloud service provider, and user can use it through the web browser. And the next one is PaaS, is a service provider facilitates service to the user with a set of software programs that can solve the specific task. And the last one is IaaS, the cloud service provider facilitates service to the user with virtual machine and storage to improve their business capabilities.
Hello, my name is Li Wei Chuan and now I'm presenting the literature review for this project. Security in cloud computing is an important and critical aspect because there has numerous issues and problems related to it. To earn the trust from user, the cloud service should have strong security and reliable protection of data so that the data would not be attacked or lost easily. Besides, they should implement the technique as proposed by researcher. This technique will not solve the issue completely but will certainly enough to build a trust between provider and the consumer. And here are the 3 recommendations of the cloud service provider to further improve the security and cope with all issues arising from all directions in cloud. Firstly, the cloud service provider should analyze every element in cloud at micro and macro level. Not all applications which run in virtual machine also can run in cloud. Therefore, cloud service providers should conduct testing before deploying them into the cloud. Next is consumers should also take part in improving the cloud computing security. Consumer can help to provide feedback and evaluate cloud service as they provide the same type of service based on cost, security, and other issues. Lastly is that cloud service providers should secure data and application based on their value. For example, the government and organization's data is very important because the public information of data and other sensitive documents are stored in there. Therefore, they need to be more secure to protect the public data loss and destroy.
Next, I will present result outcome. There is always risk that will affect the cloud performance, although some policy and procedure are enforced to overcome such issue. But this is not enough because we need to understand the risk faced by cloud computing. Figure 1 shows the cloud computing risk and table 1 shows the note for the cloud computing risk. According to figure 1, we know that security is a major risk for cloud computing and followed by third-party vendor and management and control. An individual report on security risk area shows that the major risk area in cloud computing is security and followed by disaster recovery. However, operation change and third-party management are being read somewhat important to mitigate risks for cloud computing.
Hello, I am Heng Zhuang Jing, and for my part, I'm going to discuss about the type of security issues. As we can see in the figure, there are totally 4 main security issues, which is data issues, secrecy issues, infected application, and security issues. We can see that data issues are further categorized into data integrity, data stealing, data loss, and data location, whereas security issues are categorized at user level and provider level. Well, most of the time, user will most likely to face data issues more because of the frequent attacks by hackers or any form of natural disaster which may cause your data to be stolen or data loss. Next, we'll move on to the solution that can solve the security issues that I mentioned. We look at the right side of the figure, we have verified the access control the consumer access device, monitor the data access, and security check event. Now we'll move in and explain each one of them. Okay, now the first one, to verify the access control. The data access control must be set up and verified then by cloud service provider. The cloud service provider must ensure that only the authorized user can access the user's data. This is to avoid the user's data to being hacked. While the consumer access device also must be controlled and secure from malware functioning. Next, for the monitor data access, cloud service provider must assure that the purpose of the user to access the data selected. This is to avoid user to do any illegal crime by using any cloud computing technology. If it is found that the consumer access the data to do some illegal crime, cloud service provider should take action and stop the activity immediately. Cloud service provider need to give security check event which describes about their responsibility, promise and action to consumer. This will make the consumer to be more confident in the cloud service provided and can ensure the consumers can be safe to use the service.
Hi, my name is Ng Wei Lun. I would like to present the conclusion of our project. In conclusion, cloud computing is a promising and emerging technology for the next generation of IT application. The only thing that hidden the growth of cloud computing are data security and privacy issues. Research should be centered on the gap between cloud security practice and cloud security research theory. The difference between actual cloud security and virtual machine security differ a lot and can be game-changing. More work is required in the area of cloud computing to make it acceptable by cloud computing consumers. That's for me. Thank you.